Welcome to Massive Open Online course on chemical process intensification. In this module 3, role of process intensification in sustainable development, we will discuss something about the sustainable development and its problems and some aspects in 3 successive lectures. In this lectures, problem leading to sustainable development will be discussed. So, this lectures includes the problems, those are actually leading to sustainable development, different aspects of that problems in different aspects like in environmental, even socio-economic and also technological problems for the sustainable developments. Now, you know that various precautions are taken, that is for the control of large scale use of environment and also socio-economic resources for our human being for their daily social life. Now, in different aspects we are actually use that environmental resources and also some other socio-economic resources for our daily development of life. But for that since the resources are not being used in wisely, so there are various precautions are actually arose for the use of these large scale environment and socio-economic resources. Now, there are different problems for which the several technological solutions have been implemented for the beneficiation of the growth of the social as well as that economic development of the nations. However, these that technological solutions did not solve the problems in a sustainable way. The problems still they pertain for in different aspects of economic as well as environmental and also the social life there. So, for the sustainable development or sustainable growth, there should be a that increase or you can say that the policy should be made in such a way that the technological solution whichever coming, that should be selected and also should be wisely used so that there should be a sustainable growth and also that should be that acceptable in range for that good impact of environmental life. And also sometimes the problems technological whatever that that sustainable development, for the sustainable development problem those are coming, though technological solutions are coming, some technological solutions are not giving sustainable way to growth our society. And sometimes those technological solutions, when it will be used, that may sometimes again create a problem and even bigger problems that also been created. So, in that case the technological solutions are to be that selective way, and it should be that intensified, or the process whatever it is coming for the that sustainable growth, that should be that devised properly. Now, you will see what are the different problems in different sectors, like that environmental problems, even socio-economic problems, and in technological problems, where those problems are coming. Let us consider here the environmental problems here. The change of that several natural and ecological cycles that become a problem with the start of industrial revolution in 19th century. From that onward, there will be a that huge progress of industry development and that industry installation. And at that time actually there was no actually precautions was taken whether that emissions from that industry or whatever product by products are coming, whether it should be environmentally impact bad way or not, that was not actually considered. Now it is seen that after a long use of those that technologies in industrial installation there. So those impact of environment actually destroy our socio economic lives. So those the change of several natural ecological cycles actually started from then onward. And in the 20th century these changes in the environment that reached global proportions, that there are several now bad impact is coming by that industrialization in 20th century. And actually it was growing continuously, that is why at this stage we are realizing that there is a huge change of that environmental bad impact on socio-economic life. And also in that case if you increase that industry, so there may be the increase of concentrations of greenhouse and gases in the global atmosphere at massive rates. That is why nowadays the concern about the climate change, even that greenhouses gases, those are coming due to that industrialization, that is carbon dioxide gas which are coming out or emitted from the industry, and it is seen that it is now coming as a massive rates. So there should be a measurement to be taken, so that how to control those massive output of these greenhouse gases. And also another aspect that due to that industrialization there is a massive deforestation occurring faster than at any time in human history. So that just destroying the jungle and making the industry and emitted the carbon dioxide, of course it will be continuous that happening of those occurrence, then of course our human life or socio-economic life, even environment due to this bad impact of this emission or that deforestation, indirectly that deforestation will give that increase of that greenhouse gas also. Because if you have that forest, then whatever carbon dioxide is coming out or emitted by the industry, that may absorb by the that plant in forest, and so that is why if you make the deforestation for your industrial growth, of course will give you that impact on human life as per that environmental based. Now species extinction and loss of biodiversity at rates higher than 10,000 per year, that is also one important aspects where that environmental problems here sustain. Because that those who are species in that in forest, that you can say if you destroy those forest, of course there will be a loss of this biodiversity, so that should be controlled. So this biodiversity is occurring at a higher rates, even more than 10,000 per year. Now one of the most important aspects of environmental impact in the climate change, that most of the climate scientists they agree that the main cause of climate change is greenhouse gas emission. Of course this that nowadays everywhere we are seeing that that there will be a change, that we are not getting that proper that seasonal change, that sequence of seasonal change sometimes. So because of that, what is that carbon dioxide gas emission or greenhouse gas emissions. Now political also will has not been strong enough to so far to initiate a massive policy shift away from fossil fuels and towards sustainable forms of energy. So, of course, government should take initiative that in this case to reduce that greenhouse gas by industrialization, and also some policy should be made so that for the emissions of that greenhouse gas to be controlled. And also more extreme that weather facts such as droughts and also wildfires, heat waves and flooding that compel to public to put more that pressure on policymakers to act urgently to curb that carbon dioxide gas emissions or carbon emissions and address this issue before it is too late. So, government should take initiative as early as possible, where that due to these weather facts like droughts, wildfires, heat waves and flooding, though publics are being compelled to actually put it more pressure on policy makers not to do all these things, but government should take good measurements so that our socio-economic life based on this environmental bad impact will not be hampered. Now, pollution is of course everywhere now we are facing that due to that industrialization, due to the increase of human population, even other different activities of the human beings, even some other animals also, there will be a continuous that pollution of air, water or that land also there. So, air pollution and climate change are closely here related, as the same greenhouse gas emissions that are warming the planet are also that creating that smoky conditions in major cities, and also you can say that in various locations as per that that activities of the human being. That activity may be different way, maybe industrialization, maybe some other activities by the human being. So, that actually is very in danger for the public health. So, that is why you can say that the air pollution mostly because anyway we are surviving that by taking that air. So, if that air is being polluted, then of course the health problem of course will come. So, in this case air pollution, so policy should be made in such a way that to reduce that gas emissions, even some other that different geographical locations, that the weather impact on that, and because of who is that some particles, some dust, even that some unwanted hazardous materials also will be flowing in the air. So, you have to reduce all those things by making a policy, and or you can reduce those this making a certain sustainable process by intensifying the conventional process. Water and soil pollution might not get the media attention that air pollution does. In that case, you will see not only that air pollutions happen, of course, that water pollutions also will happen. We are very much concerned about that that air pollution, because that whatever it is that media is they are more focusing on that air pollution, but similarly in the same way and same measure that the water and soil also are being polluted, and in that case that media are not giving that much attention on that water and soil pollution. So, but there is still important public health concerns, because we are anyway taking water, even where we are actually living, if those land should be actually checked, but whether it will be feasible for the living of human being or there or not. So, that also should be there, because there are several organic inorganic compounds will be mixed in the soil and water also, that of course directly indirectly will impact on our health. According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, that dirty water is the world's biggest health risk there. So, anyway very few proportions of the that human being are taking very clean water in the world, but maximum portion of our that creatures, they are taking the water that is very dirty. So that is that impure water. So there is a bigger health risk are there, and also soil contamination is a major issue across the world. You know that in China nearly 20% of arable land has been contaminated by toxic heavy metals. Not only in China, in our country also, in India also, that around more than 25% of the arable land has been contaminated by toxic heavy metals. So soil pollution threatens food security and poses health risks to the local population. And also the use of pesticides, and that agricultural that wastes and fertilizers, industrial wastewater, industrial waste, those are also the major factors in soil pollution. Anyway, they are going through the that certain medium of that, or if it is leaving to the water, that also settle down in land. So that also directly indirectly it will be polluted. So the pollution is also one important measurement of that for the sustainable growth, that to be taken care. Deforestation, forests are important to, you can say that, mitigating climate change, because they serve as that carbon sinks, meaning that they absorb carbon dioxide that would otherwise escape into atmosphere and worsen global warming. So that indirectly you can say that if you are destroying the forest, absorption of carbon dioxide would be less. So ultimately in the air, in the atmosphere, you can see increase in carbon dioxide, and that will results in global warming. So it is reported that 15% of the total greenhouse gas emissions that come from deforestation. About 17% of the that Amazon rainforest has been cut down in the past 50 years to make way for the cattle ranching. So that is that why a double whammy for the climate, because that flatulence is a major source of methane gas, which contributes more to short term climate change than carbon emission. So that is why we can say that the change of climate, not only by this carbon dioxide gas emission, there may be a that huge impact, bad impact of that flatulence, and that major source of that flatulence is the methane gas, which contributes more to climate change than carbon dioxide emission. So deforestation is one of the important factor, or you can say that the important environmental pillar, where we can say that we have to reduce that carbon dioxide emission, just making a policy where the deforestation should be reduced. Another is a scarcity of water. The increase of population and climate change that causes more droughts, water scarcity, and which becomes more of an issue in the environmental society, or in environment. Only 3% of the world's water is fresh water, and 1.1 billion people lack access to clean, safe and drinking water. This only 3% of the world's water, we can say it is a fresh, and maximum people that they are unable to access to get this clean and safe drinking water. And this is coming sometimes in different countries, sometimes due to this draftness that may give the impact, that is scarcity of the water, and that access to water is not just an issue for the developing countries, but in that case the that some other reasons where that the scarcity of the water can cause for the development of the growth. So that you have to suppose in a society, if you that human being that are growing, because of that, water, without water cannot be surviving, nobody can survive in that case. So any ultimate growth for that, sustainable development, there should not be the scarcity of water. In fact, more than 400 countries facing an extremely high risk of water shortage, and because of which they are, that places are remain undeveloped there. And loss of biodiversity also important aspects of this environmental pollution, and indirectly to the contributes to the sustainable development. And continuous human encroachment on wildlife habitats is causing a rapid loss of biodiversity that threatens food security, population health, and world stability there. So wildlife, that that you have to make a policy in such a way that you have that is, our wildlife should be that be alive, and also that should not be destroyed, and a rapid loss of biodiversity should not be happened, and also it should not be such that there should be a the food insecurity, and also there should be that population health and world stability should be maintained there. So there should be some certain degree of style of life or lifestyle, you can say, and that that should be maintained just by that making the food security and population health and world stability. So if you are there and the human that encroachment on wildlife, that will actually cause a rapid loss of biodiversity and ultimately hampering the sustainable development in the society. Climate change is also a major contributor to biodiversity loss, as some species are not that able to adapt to changing this temperature also. Due to this global warming, that there are several creatures that are, those are not actually surviving because of that that change of temperature. Some creatures are not able to survive in very low temperature, even that some creatures are not actually able to live in a very high temperature. In global warming scenario, you will see there will be a huge temperature rise in summer, and also in winter maybe huge temperature drop there. So because of that temperature gradient or temperature difference, there will be a loss of biodiversity and loss of some species there because of this climate change. Soil erosion and degradation by unsustainable industrial agricultural that practices also leads to less arable land, clogged and polluted waterways, that will increase the flooding and desertification. And in that case, according to the World Wildlife Fund, half of the earth's topsoil has been lost in the last 150 years there. So soil erosion and degradation also sometimes one factor that will directly and indirectly influence the sustainable development. And in this case, the achievement of the sustainable development in environment necessitates a holistic effort in all areas of society to meet the appropriate criteria. And current debates about that urban sustainability not only tend to focus on the carbon emission, energy consumption and the waste management, but also the role of facility managers in that dealing the environmental problems towards sustainability development and environmental that growth. And there is a need to specify the permissible building specific environmental that must be actually compatible with the overall sustainable targets there. So, these are the actually basis where you can debate that and which way actually you can that grow your sustainability of the human well wishers, and also that to develop the society in sustainable way, and also to grow the our environment in sustainable way. You have to devise, you have to develop a process that may be chemical, that may be other way, but it should not be that whatever earlier is they have used that process to be used. So, that is why the process intensification term has come, where by which you can apply that process intensification principle to actually develop a certain process to that to change your environment in a better way to give you the better growth of your socio-economic system. So, socio-economic problems are also there. In that case, in addition to the adverse changes to the world environment, economic differences between rich and poor are increasing. In that case, the equity decreases. So, both within the nations and between the nations are happening. So, in that case, the gross domestic products per capita stays more or less the same for poor countries. There will be no change in that case of capita per capita or GDP, that is gross domestic product for the poor countries. Otherwise, that developing country or developed country, they are growing up, but the poor countries should be also equally, you have to develop for that environmental aspects, and also that economically growth should be there. This unfairness is also a part of the unsustainability, and because it blocks possibilities towards worldwide cooperation, it limits the real growth of intrinsic quality of the life. So, that is why there should be that equally development of the human being for the rich country and also poor countries, so that you can say that the sustainable growth of the society will be there. Also, all parts of the society are responsible to develop that economic or sustainable growth of human being. So, in that case, whatever problem that is contributed by the different peoples, that people should have that much of concern to reduce those use of that resources in bad way, and optimize the use of the resources in that sustainable way or at a particular process. So, they should actually follow the some process principles. Everybody should follow the process principles by which you can get that sustainable development. For instance, carbon dioxide emissions to the atmosphere due to the fossil fuel combustion is caused 50% by industry. That industry the major cause for this that emissions of the carbon dioxide. So, industry should make a policy so that the reduction of the carbon dioxide to be there. So, any process they should develop a particular process where the carbon dioxide are being coming out. So, to reduce that process, they have to intensify the process, they have to develop the process inside that the less carbon dioxide emission will be there. The other parts are domestics and transport also. There are different factors that also we have that for which that environment that are being polluted. So, other parts are the domestics and transported. Since the human populations are being increased, so in that case there are domestic uses and the transport uses that contribute to that the emissions of different unwanted materials, that wastes of the unwanted materials, or sometimes that hazardous, some may be carcinogenous. So, in that case it may cause the health risk for cancer and other things. So, in that case that the contribution is coming not only that industry as well as domestic also. So, domestic peoples also they should understand that how to use those waste material, so that that should not be effect, that should not affect on or bad effect on the society. Now, there are several that technological problems also coming that also directly affect on that sustainable growth. Since awareness arose of the large scale environment, resource and socio-economic problems, several technological solutions have been implemented. However, they did not solve the problems, and in some cases caused an even bigger problems by that conventional process of the technological solution. One of the major causes was the local emission of acidic flue gases that from large industrial areas, acid gases that caused acidification of forests and lakes, and also other parts of that forest with negative effects on their biological quality. In 1960s and 70s, that chlorofluorocarbons were used on a large scale as propellant gases in spray cans, and as a refrigerant in refrigerators they have used this chlorofluorocarbon. And these gases were considered inert to humans and the environment at that stages. Hence, at that time actually these were actually released into the atmosphere, and it was considered that acceptable policy for the emission of this chlorofluorocarbon to the atmosphere. However, these chlorofluorocarbons, you can say CFC, broke down that ozone layer high up in the atmosphere, and this ozone layer itself absorbed the ultraviolet radiation of the sunlight, and in this way that prevents ultraviolet radiation from reaching the earth's surface and thereby harming humans skin cancer, and also other the diseases are happens, and also not only human beings, other living species also are suffered by that. So, earlier stages we can say that the CFC were acceptable to that release to the atmosphere, but it is later on understood by research that no, this CFC actually broke down the ozone layer high up in the atmosphere, and this ozone layer absorbs the ultraviolet radiation of the sunlight. So, in this way prevents ultraviolet radiation from reaching the earth's surface and thereby harming humans, so and other living species. So, due to the negative effect of the CFCs on the ozone layer, a replacement was developed. So, in that case HFC containing hydrogen, fluorine and carbon, that is called hydrofluorocarbon. So, in that case this component does not break down that ozone layer, and that is why it is now replacing CFC in domestic refrigerators and air conditioners in cars on a very large scale. So, this is called one of the important aspects of technological development for the sustainable growth. So, here CFC earlier how it was being used and what was the problem, that human skin and other things. Nowadays, instead of this CFC, due to that technological development this HFC are being used. So, that is why this HFC replace this CFC in domestic refrigerators and reducing that human health bad impact. However, this HFC has a global warming gas potential that is a factor of 1000 higher than the carbon dioxide. So, anyway this technological development is coming for replacing the CFC to HFC, but later on again that by research it is found that this HFC has a huge bad impact of that for the global warming aspects. In that case this gas has a impact that is called bad impact, that is compared to the carbon dioxide emission. This is actually 1000 times higher than that carbon dioxide. So, the present amount of HFC in the atmosphere is estimated to account for a global warming effect of 0.6 degrees centigrade. You will see that huge amount of this HFC now changing this that temperature. So, that is why technological development is going, but parallelly research should also be taken whether in other way this whatever development is there, technology development, it is that whether it should be giving the bad impact to the atmosphere or not. So, parallelly the policy in that case should be made that no, research also to be continued, whatever that products will be coming out after technology development, whether this technology will be sustainable or not. Of course, nowadays that is why greener technology is coming for the more sustainable development, because in that case some solvent or catalyst or some other compounds, organic compounds to be synthesized in such a way that it will not have the bad impact on the environment, and like in human health condition and other way. So, that is why technological development, there is a problem also. So, parallelly that you have to think about that, is there any problem whenever the technology is developed that giving you the impact on the environment or not. So, these are the problem in that. In gasoline, components are used to enhance the octane number. These lead components once emitted from car exhaust pipes cause brain damage. Methyl tertiary butyl ether is then used as a replacement. Methyl, that tertiary butyl ether both acts as an octane booster and enhances the gasoline's combustion. So, that is why that less volatile organic carbon compounds are emitted from the car exhaust pipes. However, it appeared that MTBE, that is methyl tertiary butyl ether, entered underground water reservoirs by that occasional spillage of gasoline. So, this made the water unfit for drinking due to its bad smell. So, this is also that technological development is there, but parallelly there is some disadvantage of that technology to the environment in other way. So, all the technological solutions that mentioned already have in common that the problems to be solved was defined too narrowly in space, time and life cycle phases. Wider ranging and longer term effects on the local and global scales on humans, nature and ecology were not taken into account. So, the complex societal challenge of the sustainable development of course should be reduced to the purely technological problem of improving industrial eco of efficiency or producing more with less emissions of that organic compounds or other hazardous materials. Transition to a sustainable society poses a number of serious technological challenges. First, considering that the very foundations of Western industrial societies are based on the exploitation of non-renewable minerals and fuels, and it will be extremely difficult to switch to an industrial and economic system based society or based solely on renewable resources. The continuing use of non-renewable is inherently unsustainable because of finite materials supplies and the fact that 100% recycling is there impossible. Secondly, you can say given the limited supply of non-renewable fuels, fossil or nuclear, long term sustainability can only be guaranteed if all energy is derived directly or indirectly from the sun. And even the best of human ingenuity and the greatest technological optimization, you can say that the technological optimism are bounded by the second law of thermodynamics, which dictates that all industrial and economic activities have unavoidable negative environmental consequences. And improvements in eco efficiency alone will not actually guarantee a reduction in the total environmental impact if economic growth is allowed to continue, unless growth in both population and consumption is considered there. These technological improvements only delay the onset of negative consequences. As a result, we will have increased in severity, thereby reducing our freedom to choose satisfying solutions by improving the development of technology. So, thank you for this lecture. I would suggest for this sustainable development for further reading, as you know that these books I think it will be helpful for better understanding. So, thank you.